All right, guys. So we're gonna move on to topic of the week. Now,
Let's get into
E3
this.
kind of just passed a couple weeks ago, so I thought it would be fun if we would name our three personal best and worst of show. Best and worst games of the show. Preferably, these are games that had like actual gameplay demos rather than just that have gameplay in them rather than just being cinematics. It's fine if it's just a cinematic though. No
Okay,
problem with
okay,
that. Yeah,
okay,
it's all good.
that's fine.
I'll start us off with my first. Should we do one each, or I name my three, you name your three? How do you want
I can start off. With what? Are we starting off with
to
worst?
Let's start with best.
Well, with best. Well, since we're doing cinematics, Cyberpunk has to be up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think they would lie to us.
Yeah.
They won't lie to us about what is involved in that game. And what we saw was more than enough. And we're already hyped about that. Well, in terms of open world and CD Projekt Red, I really hope that the side quests are also story driven.
The behind closed doors demo was all side quest,
Yeah.
and it full of cinematics, full of decision making, full of going from area to area, completely dynamic. And it's when I was reading the previews, it sounded like a story mission. This was a side quest. I was like, this is perfect. Yeah. It's perfect, you know.
So
I think
that
they're gonna
has to
get
be
that.
one of my most high points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, to begin with, I would say Last of Us Part 2. That demo was just
That demo was good.
incredible. First of all, I gotta say, graphically, Naughty Dog again, just completely melting my face. I do not understand how Naughty Dog can do this. This to me almost looks like a PS5 game. It does not look like a PS4 game.
Naughty Dog has, well, it's second to Rockstar in terms of pushing the tech.
Yeah.
Like really pushing it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And that tech as well is feeding into gameplay because you're seeing the insane amount of animations we saw in that gameplay. You saw the way the AI, individual AI is reacting to, like, in terms of looking out for Ellie, because now we're controlling Ellie and just looking out, looking under cars, looking under dustbins, searching areas. On top of that, they had a whistling system which they used to communicate each other. I don't know if you caught that. So like when an NPC that's far off has seen an area is clear, they whistle.
They whistle.
And then that NPC further down is like,
And if
all right,
one
then I
goes
know.
down and then it's quiet, then now you're in caution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that was just amazing, as well as like the cutscene before that with Ellie and the Dina character, their like relationship, that romance that they had while dancing.
Yeah.
And then obviously
I like that scene.
Yeah, I love that scene. I loved it. It felt so human. It felt like an HBO quality like TV show.
It wasn't exaggerated. It was
It
calm.
felt so
It
natural.
felt really good.
So Last of Us Part 2 for me, definite shot. What's your second game?
Second game to be up there has to be. Oof.
I'll help
Can
you
I
out.
say-
Go ahead.
No, let me say
If you're thinking.
Well, look, I was gonna say Assassin's Creed because at first I was unimpressed.
Tell me why Assassin's Creed is your best of show.
Because from what I saw is Origin seemed a little bit like it was a trial and error. Because when I first watched the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I was just like, this looks exactly like Assassin's Creed Origins. But then when I really looked back, I realized that Origins may have been the more, let's just test this out.
Building block kind
the
of
building
game.
block to Odyssey. And now when I see the side quests and the characters, and now that you can select a male or female, and now that the map is larger, and now that it's
bigger.
Yeah. Like now it seems like, look, this was a testing stone, and when I finally sat back and I looked through all the videos, and I was like, this game might actually be really good. I don't know if it necessarily deserves to be one of the best, but let me say that it's an up and comer.
Best.
Yeah.
That's understandable if it's there. For me, my second game is Ghost of Tsushima,
Ghost of Tsushima,
which was at the Sony press conference, obviously. Exclusive game from Sucker Punch, makers of Infamous. This is feudal Japan setting we had seen the announcement story trailer at Paris Games Week. Yeah. Sorry, so we had an idea of what the game was about, setting and all of that, who we're playing as. But now we actually got gameplay, and again, graphically to begin with,
looks good.
Oh my god! I hope there's footage playing over what I'm gonna say because it is just absolutely
How
gorgeous.
realistic would you want it to be, though? Because when you get slashed, you could get slashed and half your health.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's true. But they said they're going for something that's pretty realistic in terms of every button press of swinging your sword is going to be important. And when you're taking on like 3 separate enemies at once, which we do get to see in the gameplay trailer, like each fight is going to be as tense as it seemed in that gameplay demo.
So that I hope that might feel
count.
like Neo, because Neo was pretty intense in terms of the swordplay.
Yeah, I believe their motto for this game is like mud, blood, and steel. That's like what they want this game to be. So the swordplay looked really, really, really cool. This was a side quest which they showed off as well. You also get like a rope hook kind of thing that allows you to like traverse over the kind of like the rope hook which you see in Sekiro, but not as like exaggerated. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then the final battle cutscene with the chick. Forgetting who she is to the main character, but like under the cherry blossom tree, as the Mongolians are coming in and raining fire arrows in, and you're having this one-on-one samurai battle with her. It's just so like old school Japanese Kurosawa kind of movies.
And the lighting looked really good.
Yeah, it's so perfect.
Because it looked like that fight was taking place at sunset.
At sunset, yeah. It's just so great. And all the leaves individually moving beneath your feet.
Felt like Horizon.
Yeah. Again.
And a Horizon like atmosphere.
Exactly, yeah. So really excited for that. I would have to give it like one of my best games that we saw at E3. What's your third best?
Do I have another one? What was that I wrote? There was one on your list.
If you need help, I put Control for my third game, which is Remedy's new game. You
didn't like Mr. Quiet? What was that, Mr. Quiet? What was that? The guy who couldn't... What was it? Yeah, the guy who...
What the hell was that?
The guy who didn't talk.
It was a movie/gameplay.
Oh, yeah. Is it where we're in the alley or whatever? Yeah. Like street fighting?
Yeah. Okay, no, that's jokes.
That game was weird. Back to Control.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated by Remedy as a studio. I've always been really interested in their games. Obviously, not owning an Xbox 360 or Xbox One. I haven't played Alan Wake. I haven't played Quantum Break, etc. But they're finally going multi-platform. And this game looks like Quantum Break on steroids. Basically, you have time kind of like power abilities that you can use to like slow down time, pick up objects and all that sort of thing. But the cool thing is as well, you're playing as this female like in a weird FBI sort of organization that has supernatural elements to it. And she's been made director of this organization and trying to basically assume that role and figure out what the previous directors have left as mysteries for her to like figure out in this like building. Basically, she has one gun that can transform into a variety of different weapons, which is also pretty cool, like sniper, shotgun, weird like triple shotgun kind of stuff. It just looks really, really cool and fun. She can also have this floating ability. Just like all these mishmash of different gameplay elements. It looks stylish and it's also supposed to be Metroidvania. So you'll get new abilities that'll give you access to areas that you couldn't get to before.
Yeah.
So I'm super hyped for this game. Supposed to come out early 2019 and I thought it looked fantastic.
Looks good though.
I'm pretty excited for that. Let's move on to the best part of this, which is the worst.
The worst.
The worst of show. What games thoroughly unimpressed us or put us off? Patrick, you want to kick us off with that? What was your worst of show?
Well, can I start off with... I want to start off in like a general broad area. Just the Square Enix conference.
Oh, yeah. We can label
As a whole.
that,
As a whole. It felt underwhelming. And even though they did release some of the Final Fantasy 14 patches, the updates, it just felt like they didn't put an effort into it. And I feel like I didn't want to mention it, but it comes from a fan who's been stuck with you for a long time. And when I saw that, I'm not saying that I wanted to see FF7, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to see
You're not
just...
seeing that anytime soon.
Of course. I didn't want to see that. But, I wanted to see it, but I knew I wasn't going to see it. But in terms of just general, like the games that we expected from you, we wanted to see a little bit of Avengers.
Yeah, where the hell was Avengers?
That game is non-existent.
That was supposed to be the big drop.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
supposed to be the big drop, yeah.
So for now, it feels like Square Enix is just...
And they gave Kingdom Hearts 3 footage to everyone else.
Exactly.
To Xbox and PS4. So, what's the point?
And
you know?
Kingdom Hearts has also, I mean, in terms of like Square Enix fans, it's always come to be like more of a cult thing. It's like you have a lot of people liking the Kingdom Hearts, you have a lot of other people just liking, say, the Final Fantasies, and you have the other guys. Well, now that progression goes on, you just want them to do a little bit more, and after that, no.
Yeah, that conference was absolutely garbage. Close to EA
Poor.
tier, if you ask me.
Yeah,
It
close
was-
to EA.
yeah. For me, beginning with worst, I have to say Anthem was just terribly
I
shown.
feel like Anthem's a little bit harsh.
No, I don't think it's harsh because for me, people have been skeptical on this game since the jump because we've had Destiny clones.
Yeah.
I see you looking at me, Michael, questioning my choice of Anthem. And I just think it was a poor showing. They sliced up this 20-minute chunk of gameplay demo as well as what they were previewing to play at E3. And they had people on stage talking about it at the same time. So you had people talking, then you had interspliced footage between that. And I don't think they did a good job of selling this dynamic living world which they want to create. You know, they're talking about, we'll be able to change this server side. We have dedicated servers, so everybody's going to be experiencing the same storm, for example, when you're in this area of the map. And they kind of didn't really, give us that.
Yeah.
On top of that, they used the worst javelin suit to demo the game. They used the Colossus, which is like the big chunky tank. And that suit is so slow and boring, it doesn't fulfill the Iron Man fantasy, obviously, that they're going for.
Did they feel like they had to do a lot at this E3?
They had to. The game's coming out early 2019. Okay, we've got Gamescom.
We do have a little bit of time.
There's Gamescom and stuff like that. They can show more, but I just think they fumbled it. I think they really should have come hammering out the gate saying, we are not the Destiny thing that you are fearing. Like, our game has this end game content. This is how you pick up loot. Like, they didn't even show loot pickups. And this game, the designers talk about it being Diablo-esque. So for me, Anthem, sorry, you got to take one of the worst shows of E3.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, Death Stranding was good. And then what was your second worst of show?
Another second worst. It must have been. It's an EA game.
An EA game.
I'm thinking about it now.
Is it one of the indies?
Yeah.
The Shadow of the Solitude game? No.
Oh no! Yeah, you're gonna have to cut this out. You're probably gonna have to put a clock because I remembered it like I swear 2 seconds ago. Yeah.
Should I let you think as I talk about my second?
Yeah.
I have to say Beyond Good and Evil 2 was also a pretty bad showing by Ubisoft.
Was it really that bad?
No, it was made worse by the fact that they came out and said we want the community to help us build this game. And remember we had Jeff
Yes,
Joseph.
and as soon as you said community, I remembered Star Wars and how they apologized. That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star
But
Wars
yeah, continue. Yeah, continue about
Beyond Good and Evil. We had Joseph Gordon-Levitt coming out with his company. I can't remember what it's called. Talking about the community should sign up to help build the game.
You guys should design and we'll approve.
This is not Kickstarter, mate. So for me, that really put me off the game because I already knew it was so far off. But the fact that they're coming and saying, we want the community to come out and give us music, graffiti, NPCs, all this other weird stuff.
Pay
art.
someone to make it. Make it yourself.
Why is that a bad thing?
No. It's not it's actually really cool. I just don't care about Beyond Good and Evil. But I feel like it's a very weird way that they've just been showing this game ever since last year. This isn't even early access, you know what I mean?
I don't really find it that appealing because look, man.
It seems like a perennial alpha.
There are a lot of graphics designers. There are a lot of music producers. There are a lot of upcoming talented young people who want to cement their work and put it into a video game, right?
It's called Dreams.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
PS4. That's where you can express all artistic vision that you want.
There are a lot of people who want to get into the industry and cement themselves and say, look, I can do this job really well. I can make graphics really well. I can make music really well. Why are you asking the community? Pay me to do it.
Yeah.
Pay
The
me to
community
do it.
is getting paid for this, we should say. Like,
Well,
there is a royalty scheme.
Yes, there's a royalty scheme, but what if you're a one-off? You made one good beat.
One good beat. So yeah, I just think Beyond Good and Evil gets worse for me because it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre.
Well, what I was saying is that one of the low moments had to have been Star Wars. It didn't need to be there, and now this builds up to my content building of why I don't think EA even deserves Star Wars.
They don't.
Why are you showing us why are you showing us updates? You've already messed up. Release the game. You released it. It failed. Cut it. Move on to something else. Think about another Star Wars game and
it's coming.
Yes, it's
we
coming.
Have been some better.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's
coming.
Star Wars,
but
whatever the it's called.
At an event like E3, it starts to build this idea that what are you giving us? What are you telling us? Did you go up there to just apologize to us?
Pretty much
it was
you're
a
sorry.
15-minute period where I was just like, what?
I don't know if it was that long, but
well,
it was like 5.
well, he did talk for a period of time
Yeah.
where he was just saying that no, I believe in Star Wars. I'm like,
And we have had Kotaku articles on about how that game has been reduced to a skeleton crew for updates. Like there's 15 people working on the updates for that game. So.
yeah.
And my final one, I won't labor on too long, but Skull and Bones. I was really interested in seeing what exactly I'm going to be doing in that game, and the way they have opened it up to being consistently trolled by other players, because it's an always online pirate game. Yep. You're all in one persistent world, and it seems like a very, very trolly game that will not turn out to be fun, because you can randomly group up and randomly take out other players you meet after you've done an activity together, got treasure, and you can, screw the other guy over. Yeah, it's the pirate fantasy, but they didn't really talk about how you can kind of control your online experience for me that much. And I'm actually mildly interested in Skull and Bones. Yeah. So for me, it's also got to take a worst. We can only walk on our private, dock.
Oh yeah, there's the dock.
I hoped for some on-foot pirate stuff action. None of that. No swordplay.
I complained about the idea of only being able to be on your ship and your dock.
And
I mean, some people like sailing.
No, yeah. Some people love sailing. Beautiful water tech.
Yeah,
gotta say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my final worst game.
My final worst game. Well, for worst moment. Command and Conquer.
Oh,
I didn't want to see people on phones playing that game. That was weird.
EA says we're trying to cultivate a new audience. It's on mobile, Patrick.
Come on, guys. I mean, we're not even in a situation where we can see the statistics, but how many people are watching E3 and they're dedicated to mobile games?
It's a slap in the face to the PC.
I've gone to E3 to see this mobile game.
And it's a slap in the face to the
ever.
PC Command and Conquer players.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wanted
and I loved Command and Conquer.
Yeah, the people who wanted a real new Command and Conquer game have been slapped in the face. Horrible. Yeah. So that's going to wrap it up for us from Topic of the Week. Join us for our final section as we discuss what we've been playing. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.